Hey, what's up? This is your girl Diamond. How are y'all? It is story time. It is just it is just crazy stuff going on. So before I get started with my story time, I wanted to promote that I will be on CNN's United Shades of America tonight at 9 Central. So does that make it 10 Eastern? And that would make it 7. That would make it 7 Pacific Standard Time. So yes, I will be on CNN United Shades of America with W. Camo Bell tonight at 9. If you're in Central Time, it's 9 Central Time. So adjust for your time. So I wanted to make sure y'all know that. That will be tonight on CNN. So that will be exciting. Anyway, so this is story time. So I want y'all to tell y'all a story. And this is a recent story. This just happened like this week. So thumbs up as y'all come in. I want to give people a chance. So give people a chance to come in so they don't miss the beginning of the story. How is everybody doing? Hey Ray, how are you? Thank you for being a member. Um, and I will be putting out the is it the second episode? I already did the second. Is that the second episode? Well, whatever the next episode is. Hey Trey, I will be doing thank you for being a member. All these members, come on, come through. Hey. Um, I will be doing the next episode of that. Come on, y'all better come through. CL you too. um I will be doing either the second or the third episode of that series. Yeah, so the third. So I will be doing that one. I'm going to try to the schedule that I'm trying to keep myself on is to put one out every first week of the month. Yes. And I also figured out a way for patrons to hear it too. So what I do is I record the video and then put it out for the YouTube family. And then the next month, I put it out in audio form to the patron family. So the YouTube folks get it first because it's for them. And then after a month, I put it on the audio form on Patreon. So patrons get to hear it too, but they just get to hear the sound and not the video. Anyway, what else? What else is going on? That is about it. The CNN thing. What else is coming up? I need some ideas on what we need to do, what I need to do for Juneteenth. Usually I am in New York for Juneteenth celebrating with my New York homegirls, T with Queen and J, because they have a Juneteenth party every year. And so I'm usually in New York at this time. I'm usually in New York for Juneteenth. But now, because of COVID, they didn't have it. And so I'm like, oh, what do I want to do? I don't know. What happens is the title caught my attention. I'm going to start the story in a few minutes. I just want to give people a chance to come on in. So we're just kind of generally talking till I start. Um but yeah, I'm looking for I had an amazing time yesterday. So yesterday we went not bar hopping, but like little spot hopping here in Houston. Randomly, we had your skin is glowing like usual. Oh, is it? It's looking dull to me. I don't have no makeup on. It's clear though. It's clear, but it's not. It's looking, like I got slave ancestors, slave master ancestors, all pale and oh. Anyway, but thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Will. But yeah, we went like hopping. So we went to this place here in Houston called Prospect Park. It's kind of, I don't want to say ratchet. It's not, I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's not ratchet, but it's, you know. And we went there and it was kind of like open seating, but it was quite busy. So the area only place that was open to sit was next to these two girls. And we didn't know them, but it was like 6 of us. Wait, one, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. And so just until the whole crowd get here, we asked them if not before I came, somebody had asked them, could we sit with them just to wait to see if a table opened up? And they was like, sure, but we didn't really know them. So we sat next to them. And then once all of us came, no table opened up. So we ended up just sitting there with them and we didn't even know them, but they were two lesbians. And so we just all just started to vibe together. They were like two 19-year-old lesbians. One was like a stud and one was like a femme. And so we all just started, we said happy pride and everybody just started to connect because everybody was at on some spectrum of LGBT, either trans or lesbian, mostly trans and lesbian. A trans man, a stud. Yeah, mostly trans and lesbian. One of those two. And so we have such a good vibe with these two young 19-year-old lesbians that they go with us. So they just came there to eat because they had never been there before. And we had never, well, I had, but the other people had never been there before too. And they New Yorkers. So they not from Houston, but they just moved down here. So they came and this was their first time too, but it was the two lesbians' first time too. So we was like, okay, well, we're gonna go to Graffiti Park. And they was like, oh shit. And we was like, y'all can come with us. And so we all went down to Graffiti Park. Graffiti Park is like this area of Houston. It's quite a couple of years new, couple of years old. It's a new little area where there's like these small little warehouse buildings and they let you graffiti them. And so it's really colorful and you can graffiti the whole thing. And so it has pictures of um Houston celebrities and like especially the dudes like DJ Screw. There was a tribute to class of 20 because we know we didn't have a graduation for them. And these two lesbians, they 19, they were class of 2020. And so they didn't get to have a prom, they didn't get to have graduation, they didn't get to have shit. So we talked about that when we went to Graffiti Park, just kind of walked around and just walked and took pictures with the graffiti. Then when we left there, we went to this place called Unwind, and it's like a black owned wine bar. And we were on the rooftop of that. It was it was just a fucking vibe. It was just the music was fire. Everything was so nice yesterday. It just was a clique of it was probably like 8 of us. By the end of the night, it was like 8 of us. Now the little 19-year-olds, they couldn't go to us to Unwind, but they were at the Prospect Park and the Graffiti Park with us. But we went to Unwind, drunk some wine, and it just was a good fucking night. I didn't get home till 12. So I'm trying to do something like that for Juneteenth, where we go to black owned fucking establishments and turn up. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. What are y'all doing for Juneteenth? And we'll get started on the story in about. It's not a long story. I'm just coming on just to chit chat with y'all. Y'all know this is a unplanned, unscheduled live. What are y'all doing for Juneteenth? Or do y'all even celebrate Juneteenth? Do you even know what Juneteenth is? Would you like me to tell you what Juneteenth is? Hey, Reggie, how are you? Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I plan on being drunk on the beach for Juneteenth. Yeah. I wish I could be drunk on the beach. I'm not going to be drunk on the beach for Juneteenth, but next month I'm going to an island and I am going to get my life and be drunk on the beach then. I am going out of town to an exotic tropical island that I can't talk about just yet, but I will tell y'all about it when I come back. So I will be drunk on the beach next month. Hey Anna, they voted for it to be a paid date off here. I'm gonna eat and relax for Juneteenth. Oh, did the vote go through? And where are you, Tanya? Where are you from? I'm going to Cancun in July. Hey, come on, Cancun, Maddie. Word out. I was supposed to go to Cancun. I never been to Cancun, but I was supposed to go to Cancun because it was supposed to be our senior trip in high school. And I was going through so much in high school at the time that I didn't have I couldn't afford to go to the trip. Some people did, but I was supposed to go to Cancun for our senior trip, but I was a poor emancipated young training. So I was broke when it happened, so I couldn't go. Um I'll be with friends. Yes. Love to hear Oregon. Come on, Oregon. It's crazy when I hear about Oregon doing like this kind of woke ass shit. I'm going with TS Madison. Work. Yes, yes, yes. She does have an event happening, doesn't she? Yeah, sickening. Word out. When I hear about Oregon doing like this, like like racially kind of woke shit, it is wild to me because Oregon's they don't have a lot of black people there. And the people who settled there, the history of Oregon, around that area of the country, they were trying to create a utopia of white people in that area of the country at one point. And so for them to start doing this kind of woke shit is kind of ironic because they wanted that area of the country to be this utopia of white people and they didn't have to worry about like the black people like they had to do in the South and in the Northeast. They wanted it to be this utopia for whites, the founding people of Oregon. So to see the climate change is kind of interesting. How long is T.S. Madison going to be there in Cancun? My great grandmother and older sisters are having a dinner party, and reliving her life Juneteenth. Interesting. Yay. It is wild. Oregon's laws were so racist. All the blacks were in Portland. Enjoy your tropical getaway. Yeah. But even in Portland, I went to Portland, there wasn't a lot of black people there. There is some. That's where the majority of black people, but comparative to where I have lived, the you gotta understand, like I've lived in Indiana, I've lived in Mississippi and Houston. And Mississippi is like 40% black compared to that's a lot of black people compared to other places in the country. I don't know what percentage Indiana is, but because of where I stayed, it was nothing but black area. So I only knew black people. Not say, but I don't think the percentage is as high as that in Indiana. But but I know Mississippi is like 40. It's a lot of black people in Mississippi. But that's why they say poor, because a lot of times Mississippi folks vote black people in, and then the white people like in power will lock them into not making good decisions. And so they won't make no money. Not make no like they won't grow because they'll be frozen and not being able to make decisions. Basically, their nuts clipped to be able to do powerful things. That's if they even want to, because sometimes black politicians, they be on their moderate shit, not trying to make good decision for the black community. Yes, they try to act like they woke, just like in Seattle. Oh yes, Seattle is very white liberal. There's some beautiful things that happen there that I think are beautiful because of that white liberalism, but it's very, we voted for Hillary. We know we will put the flags up for Black Lives Matter. But honey, that's them subtle microaggressions will be in your face, baby. All right, so we done been on about 15 minutes. So let me tell y'all what I wanted to talk about on this live. Once again, like I said, I'm just kind of killing time in about 2 hours at 9 o'clock my time, which is Eastern, 10 o'clock on 10 o'clock Eastern. I mean, my time, which is Central. I'm sorry. 9 o'clock Central Time and 10 o'clock Eastern. I will be on CNN, um, United Shades of America. So make sure y'all are checking that out with W. Guamu Bell. Check it out. They are covering the murders here in Texas, and it's going to be a lot of trans girls from Texas in the show doing our thing, educating the folks. So make sure y'all are listening. And as y'all know, Texas is, in the past 5 years, we have had the most deaths of trans women. So we're like the epicenter of trans murder. And as we all know, Black trans women dominate that the number. Predominantly, it's Black trans women. So, they came here to have the conversation, and we do our thing. So make sure y'all check it out. That is 9 Central, 7 Pacific, and 10 Eastern. So yes. So anyway, so why I titled this video Dudes, I wanted to title it Dudes Fuck Up Everything. Because they do. But this isn't about them fucking up everything on some patriarchal shit. This is about how they're so dumb sometimes that they will fuck up a session with you. Like they'll fuck up a positive experience for themselves with you just by either talking too fucking much or doing some fucking dumb shit, ruining their chances to even get with you, right? And I've had this happen to me so many times in my life, but this is the most recent. So I've been living in my apartment complex for about, this year makes 10 years. I've been living in this same apartment for 10 years. And come on, stability. Ew. I hate moving. I hate the prospect of moving. I hate packing. I hate hiring people. I hate going to get the U-Haul. I hate unpacking. I hate moving with a passion. I like stability. Yeah. I just hate moving. And so if I don't have to move, I won't move. I remember when in 2019, when I had left my job, oh man. And I thought I was gonna have to move to Seattle because I had went up there to interview because wasn't nothing hiring down here in Houston. They were hiring, but I wasn't getting any offers that I thought was my worth. Like I was getting the jobs, but they were offering me so low money that I was like, this is fucking stupid. Why would I? It just was money that was bullshit. And I was like, no, thank you. No. But there was this job in Seattle that was hiring, and I know Seattle, the cost of living, but even with the Seattle's cost of living being so fucking high, the amount of money they were giving me comparatively down here, it still was a lot of money, even compared to the cost of living. So I was like, ooh, I don't want to live in Seattle because I don't personally like Seattle, the atmosphere. But I have been up there. I know a lot of people in Seattle. So I was like, I can kind of make it a home with this amount of money. It would be worth it. And even if I stay there for like a couple of years, 1, 2, 3 years, that amount of money that I would have been making would at least have put a cute little dent in my student loans or whatever. So I was thinking about doing it. I didn't want to, but I was thinking about doing it. So I just didn't want to move. I just didn't want to move. So I finally got I got an offer from Black Trans Women's Inc. And they were like, you ain't even gotta move from Houston. We'll pay you. It won't be as much as I would have got paid at there, but it was cute enough to where, and it was flexible enough. I would be able to do my podcast. I would be able to stay without moving, and I would be able to get paid and do the work that I love doing. And it was reasonable. So I was like, cool. So I end up staying in Houston. So I hate moving. But anyway, I'm in the same spot. So I have seen people come and go when it comes to my location. I've seen so many different people move in. I've had my gay children stay with me. So me being here for 10 years, that the dynamic of everything around has changed multiple times. Only thing that hasn't changed is my next door neighbor. She's the only one. Me and her are the only ones who are still in our same apartments. Me and her, she was here before me, and we just here. And so she's right next door. So we know each other. We talk. We say hey. Not really know each other, but we say hey when we see each other coming in and out. And so recently, a black boy moved in not across the street, but across in the building across from us. And so all of our buildings are 3 stories, and he's on the second floor across the building. So I can actually see, like, if he's sitting on his porch or I'm sitting on my porch, I can actually see him. Very attractive dude, chocolate boy, very attractive, probably in his early 30s, late 20s. Very attractive, very cute. Personally, I don't try to holler at people that live by me. I don't try to holler at them. Now, if they holler at me and open up the door, I might play with them. Might. It just depends on their whole vibe. But I kind of avoid it. I kind of avoid dealing with people close to home. Because I'm an old school trans woman. I like my tea not to be out. So I don't get close to my neighbors, because I don't want you so comfortable to come and knock on my door. I don't want you so comfortable to come. I don't know. It's just, I think that's an old school way of I'm thinking. I just don't talk to my neighbors. Me and my neighbor next door, we just got to the point where we speak. And actually something had to happen where that even engaged. Definitely a safety thing. Where we even engaged. One time, one of the buildings in my apartment caught on fire, like crazy, on the news fire. Like they had to tear one of the buildings down and build it back up. The next week, another fire happened, but was closer to our apartment, and it was late at night. So we had just experienced that big fire. And so I didn't know what this one was going to turn into, because if it was anything like the other one, it was horrible for them. It was that building wasn't anywhere near mine, but this one is near me, like a building like right by us. And so when it was happening, my brain went to my neighbor, and she's an older Latinx woman that stays with her husband. And it's so late, I was like, let me go bang on her window. So I banged on her window. And so she comes to the window and looks out the window like, what's happening? Because this is so not like me. You feel what I'm saying? This is so not like me. So we bang on the window, and she comes out. And I was like, fire. I didn't know. I've never heard her speak English. Yeah, I've never heard her speak English. So I don't think she speaks English. I really don't. Because I never heard her speak, but that don't mean she doesn't. But never, and she never speaks to me in English. She says hi, but nothing like, hey, good morning. How are you doing? Nothing like that. It's very hi. See. It's very that. So I don't think she speaks English. Or if she does, it's not very well. And so she comes out when I say fire, and she gets her stuff and she gets ready. So ever since that moment of me, I guess, showing that I care at least, she started speaking and I started speaking back. Nothing extra. We don't be sitting on the porch sipping tea talking. No, just if I'm at the door, I, and she's at the door, she says, hey, hi, hola. And I say the same, and that's it. That's as far as it comes. Also, it's kind of weird because back in 2013, I think I told y'all this story. I don't think I told it publicly. I think it's in my member section. But if y'all remember, I told y'all the story about me letting a white girl come live with me, a white trans girl come live with me because her parents were kicking her out. When she was escorting, her fucking husband paid my that white girl to come and have her. So she brought him in the house and had him for $150, which was kind of weird. So she had the lady husband, which was wild and crazy. But yeah, he still lives over there too. But yeah, I say all of that to say this. I don't really get into any kind of really conversations with my neighbors. We don't, that's just what it is. Sometimes if I'm having a problem with them, like for example, earlier this year around February when we had that little freeze, right before that, like January, December, people I'm on the first floor, people above me, they will sit up on their porch and smoke blacks and just throw their little that little plastic tip on the blacks, and they'll just throw them down. So I would come out of my house and it would be just black tips all around my fucking yard. And I don't like that. If you're gonna throw it down, bring your ass down here and rake this shit up and take it to the fucking trash. But now when I come outside of my door, I gotta see all these fucking black fucking butts out fucking here. And I don't like that shit. Because when people come visit me, when I get the trade to come over, then they gonna think this is some nasty ass shit I done did. I don't like that. It annoys me. It was pissing me off. So one time, and sometimes this is what they'll do, instead of going out of the door, like taking their trash out the door, they'll take their trash and drop it down in the grass so they can walk down and grab the trash. And instead of carrying it down the whole way, they'll drop it down. And then they'll drop it down. And sometimes they'll just leave it until they get up the next morning and take it to the trash. They'll always get it, but it just, all of this shit was annoying me because it looks like this is my shit and I don't like that. So when they dropped it down and I see her come to pick it up, I open up the door and I say, hey, y'all gonna have to stop doing that shit. Like all these blacks is y'all shit. All this stuff, these blacks, all this stuff that y'all doing, it makes me look like I'm nasty and I'm not nasty. So when y'all throw this stuff down there, and the tone that I was giving her, I can tell in her voice that she was about to fucking lie. She was about to lie and say, "Oh, that's not us. That's not us." But there's nobody in between us. So there's only 3 floors. I'm on the bottom. She's at the top, or in her trade, or whoever the niggas that stay with her. But not only that, I've seen y'all do this. This ain't something that I'm imagining. I've come around the corner and y'all up there smoking, throwing blacks on the fucking yard. So, but I'm already irritated because maybe like a year before that, I'm just ranting about where I live. So across the hall used to be a group of Mexican kids. It was a family, but it's like 4 of their kids, and they would be playing soccer on the fucking yard. And so the grass, when I first moved in this apartment, the grass was so pretty. Nobody walked on the grass. They were playing soccer out there so much, y'all, that the fucking they were running the grass up. And I'm like, why don't y'all go to the back where there's these big ass fields and play soccer over there? But their parents don't let them go over there. Because they're kids, they have to be in front of the house. Their mama don't let them do it. So I can't say nothing. But they would be kicking the ball and it would be kicking on my window. So much so, eventually they broke my motherfucking patio door. Now, y'all know when the patio door, I'm livid. And this time I was working where I'm getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning, getting home at 6. They literally broke my patio door. If I wasn't here, my fucking patio door would have been broken and people could have just come in my house, take my shit. if I was at home because I was off, but they would have broke my shit. You remember that, Vanessa? I was so fucking pissed off. So they had broke my window. So once they broke my window, I usually don't go because they're fucking kids. Not I would have called ICE. No. um, because they kids, it'll be a lot of times that I would let them slide because these are children. They need a place to play, and their people are not letting them play in the backyard or whatever. So I didn't want to be the mean old lady fucking up their fun. But it got to a point where when they would kick the ball, I would come outside and open the door and look at them like, so they would get real nervous anytime anything would happen. Did it go out? Or did I just pause? Did the sound go out? Or did I just pause? I would just give you the look like I would be looking at them without saying nothing. So I didn't want to be the mean old lady. You feel what I'm saying? So I didn't want to be that. But when they broke my window, whoo, that took me to a whole other place. That pissed me off because if I wouldn't be here, I would have been pissed off. And they ran the grass down. And then one of the and this is the thing about it. If you know anything about apartments, the landscaping looks sickening in the front. They will do everything to make the front look beautiful, especially the apartments by the leasing office and shit. But when you're in the back, if that shit get fucked up, they won't do anything to fix it because it's in the back. And so that's how it was. There's a part that is so ran down and ugly that didn't used to be because they was running it down. Then there was this fucking balcony that had to be fixed and they had to put this tarp. It just was a bunch of shit. So where now coming out my door, the grass looked ugly. I didn't like it. And so then you add that y'all throwing this trash down here. Then you add that you throwing this butts. I'm living. I'm livid. I'm like, ooh, I'm pissed off. So once I come out there, I'm over it. And I asked them, hey, I need y'all to pick this shit up. Like, I need y'all to come down here and get this shit. Now, this is in the middle of the freeze, y'all. So this is like, when she does this is after like the worst part of the freeze. Lights is still not on, but this is like where it's getting kind of coming back to normal. The lights are back on, but the water is not back on. So I tell her now, I'm not worried about it now because we're in the middle of this fucking freeze crisis down here in Texas. But when this shit melt and we get back to normal, I need y'all to clear this shit out. This needs not to happen. And once I tell her, you can tell she was about to lie, but then she realized ain't nobody else up above me and other than them. And so I looked at her like, girl, I know you're not about to sit here and lie. And she didn't say nothing. She was like, yes, ma'am. We'll take care of it. And then so they come down here and they come down there and clean it. So yeah, so then I'm just giving y'all the history of what has happened. It feels like I know this, and look, this is what it is. If you hear some loud noises, like motherfuckers arguing, motherfuckers about to fight, it is usually the black people. In my apartment, it is usually the black people that done moved in. And it's usually some new people that ain't been there in a long time. And so I'm like, oh. So sometimes when new people come in, they'll be arguing with their man and fighting, and the police had to come. And the area in our apartments is not like ghetto in the sense of just a bunch of crime. Like it ain't no crime that's been happening. There's one little incident that happened where somebody got the security guard together, but like folks, cars don't be getting broken in. It's just like chill. And our area is like older people. And so we don't really be having no problems until like a new couple or new family come in. And every time it's loud and fighting, it's the black girls or black boys. So I be kind of annoyed with my people. But anyway, recently, the point of the story, I'm just giving y'all the vibe of the apartment. So recently, a black boy moves into the apartment across from my apartments on the second floor. So I can see, like, if he's sitting on his couch, I can see him sitting on his couch when I come out my door. His bedroom, when I come out my door, is right above. Like, if he's standing in the window, I can see him. What else? Yeah, very attractive dude, whatever. So, like 2 weeks ago, I come out of my apartment and he is standing at the window, looking out of the window. And when I look up, I make eye contact with him. As a natural reaction, not sometimes when you make, you know how, have y'all ever been in a situation where you're not looking at the person on purpose, like say y'all at a restaurant or y'all out somewhere and your brain is kind of just floating, like you're just not daydreaming, but your eyes is straight but they look like they're looking at somebody. And then when you come back to reality, they're looking at you like, girl, what are you staring at? It was kind of like one of those situations where it's awkward, where I know my eyes are pointed at you, but I'm actually not looking at you. I am, but I'm not. Like I'm just kind of daydreaming and they just got focused on you. And so shit like that. So that's kind of what happens. Sometimes when you're in that situation, you are like, you'll do some type of gesture like to kill the awkwardness. So in that moment that we made eye contact, I waved my hand at him like, hi, neighbor. You know, like, hey, very, very simple gesture. Not like, hey, just because it was a weird, awkward eye contact moment. And he waved his hand back like, boom. So I lock my door and I go eat. When I come back, he has a letter. He has taped a letter to my door with black electrical tape. And the letter says, let's see if I can read it. No, 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 no. All right. So with the electrical tape, this is how he had it on there. So he says, hey, this is your neighbor, Devontae. Isn't Devontae such a classic, just a cliche hood nigga trade nigga name? So he says, this is your neighbor, Devontae. And he puts our apartment name. And then he says, call me or give me a text. Let me talk to you about something. And he put a smiley face and he put his number. Definitely, because it wasn't going nowhere. It was so hard for me to get it off the motherfucking door. And so when I come home, it is taped to my door. And so I was like, what? Now, mind you, at this point, if this was some old man, I would be kind of annoyed. But because this is an attractive young man, I'm like, oh, cute. But I'm not going to text this random ass number. Period. I'm not going to call it. I'm not going to text it. I'm not going to do that. If you want to talk to me, then come outside on your porch and say hi. Hey, neighbor, how are you doing? Da, 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 da. Or wait till you see me in person and chat and blah, 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 blah. But in my mind, in my mind, because I'm a trans woman, I'm not for sure is what's happening. I don't know who else deals with this, but I know me. You never know if this is did you clock me? Did you is this on some fucking creepy ass shit? Like you a DL nigga that's been watching me and you done clocked and what is happening? That could be my own insecure mind. It could be you ain't clocked shit, but I'm a trans woman, so that's gonna always come in my mind. Like what's happening? Did you get my tea? Is this some kind of secret garden shit? Like what's the tea? So I'm like, what is this? This is some tranny chaser shit. Like what is gonna happen? What do we need to talk about? Like what is the tea? Like why is this? Let me talk to you about something. Like what does that mean? That could easily be some tranny chaser shit, but it could easily be just a nigga talking to a chick. So I wasn't for sure at all what's happening in this situation. But what I was 100% for sure was that I'm not texting or calling this number. That's not gonna happen. I want to talk to you about something that sounds crazy. Yeah, that sounds weird. I'm not. It sounds like some tranny chaser shit. So I'm not for sure. And so, but I know I'm for sure not going to call it. So I don't call it. I take the number. So I see, he sees that, that the note is off the door. So he know I got it. So I go on about my business. The gesture is cute. I'm not turned off by the gesture. One of the reasons is because he is attractive. And we know there's a difference between a creepy dude that you're not attracted to doing something borderline and then somebody attractive doing something borderline. So this is an attractive young man. But still, I'm going to treat it the same way. No. But if you want to talk to me, you got to stop me and talk to me like an adult. So I go about my business. I come out maybe like 2 days later. I come out my apartment, and when he sees me come out of my apartment, he comes out on the porch. I'll leave him a note on his door telling him to introduce himself. Okay. Another element of that halo is it is not a 100% for sure that that neighbor across the street is Devontae. Because he didn't say in the note, I'm your neighbor across the street, or not across the street, across the way that you waved at. Like if he was very, very specific like that, I would know it was him. But I have a lot of dudes that try to holler at me in this apartment complex. And I don't know who it is. I've had situations where I have a like there's this one dude who, if I'm sitting out on the porch and he sees me sitting, he lives in a complex, but I don't know what apartment he lives in. If he sees me out on the porch, he will turn and come down my way, which he doesn't have to. The way where my apartment is, you don't need to come past my apartment unless you live in this area of the apartment complex. It's many shorter distance. If you need to go to the office, you don't need to walk past my way. If you need to go to we got a little convenience store in the complex, you don't need to walk my way. If you're going out of the apartments, you don't need to come my way in any form. So if you come in my way, it is because you want to. And so, so what he'll do, he'll turn and come my way, and then he'll find a reason to say something to me, to speak to me. And so I have these stray cats that I feed. And so if I'm out on the porch, it's because they're out there. And so And so he says something like he'll say something like, "You don't be scared they're gonna scratch you," just to say something to me. And I'd be like, "No, I'm not scared of cats." Very brief and short, and go back. And so when he's trying to stop and talk, I usually go in the house and don't come out. I used to come out to notes on my car all the time in my apartments. If I was out of town staying at the hotel, I'm like, just speak to me when you see me. Exactly. Facts. You're saying you don't know who it is. Yes, because there's plenty of men that live around you that want you. Yes. I'm and not being arrogant, but I don't want to say like, oh, everybody want me, but it could be anybody. It could be any one of the dudes that see me. It could be the security guard because the security guard flirts. It could be this could be anybody. And he didn't give me any specific thing that said it could be him. I think that it's the dude across the street because of the timing of the awkward wave. I had left and went and got something to eat. And when I came back, the note was on my door. So my brain is thinking that it was him. I'm 85% sure that it was him, but I'm not 100% sure that it's him enough to where I would put a note on his door. Does it make sense? Yes. So yes. So okay. So maybe like 2 days later, I come out of my apartment. I'm looking cute, and when you another thing is if you feel like somebody is looking. Now that I know somebody may be looking, I want to come out looking cute instead of coming out with my bonnet and my moo-moos on like I normally do. So I come out and I hear his balcony door open for him to come out on the porch. But he doesn't say anything. He just comes out on the porch and I continue walking to go where I needed to go, but he doesn't say anything. But he never comes out on the porch. So this was a strange situation that he never does. Only time he comes on the porch because he put his trash out on the porch until like it collects and then takes it all out at one time. I don't know how that works, but yes, that. And then so that happens. Yesterday, no. No. I don't wear bonnets out in public. That's not my ministry. But I feel it's okay for other people to wear bonnets if they want to wear bonnets. That's not my ministry. I have head wraps and things that I wear if I want to not worry about wigs and stuff like that. And hats. I got hats and I'll throw that stuff on. Bonnets, no, that's just not my ministry, but it can be somebody else's ministry. Anyway, so not yesterday, day before yesterday, I am coming out. Diamond got the scoop on the neighbors. So I am coming out of my apartment and the neighbor, who I think is Devontae, he's not on the porch. He is in his bedroom window. He is in his bedroom window flashing money at me. So once this happened, I know this is some weird ass fucking tranny chaser shit. I know it is. Because now you're in the window flashing money at me. That's not something. It got to be some weird ass tranny chaser shit. It got to be. It got to be. So I look up at the window and I'm like, and keep walking. Roll my eyes and keep walking. And I'm sitting there, and not sitting there. I'm walking to where I think I probably was going to get something to eat or whatever. I don't know. And I say, in my mind, I'm like, what's crazy is this motherfucker don't understand that If he would have came up and talked to me like normal, first of all, the pennies would have dropped for the free 99 because you so fucking cute. You so cute that it would have been, all you had to do was have some good conversation. Hey, what's up? I think you attractive. Da, 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 da. Let's talk. Blah 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 blah. And it would have led to just a natural conversation to where we could have decided to hook up. But because you have now done all this, first of all, I want you to now add it all together. Your motherfucking ass done put this creepy ass black electrical tape like you motherfucking Ted Bundy taped on my motherfucking door. That's creepy already. But like I said, I was gonna look over that if everything would have went a different direction. But now you doing this motherfucking creepy ass money in the window, open up your blinds, flashing money, putting money up against the window. Like he literally took the money, like he unfolded, like you fold a fan. He took the money and unfolded it like a fan and then pressed it up against the window so I can see it up against the window. But you done did this and you done did that. You have just ruined any chances of me having you. You have just ruined it. Because you're acting like this fucking creepy ass person that can't be normal. You could have had a whole lovely session with honey Auntie Diamond across the street, across the way, and we could have been little fun friends when we in the movie. Another thing that I hate about having a neighbor is if the session is late and you got to see them all the time. That gets, it gets late because they'll come knock on the door. Why can't, when you gonna let me come see you again? When you go, and then now I gotta see you all the time and the session is late and I don't want to give you no, and I don't want to hook up with you again and it got to be creepy and I hate it. Now if it's a love session, it's cute because then they ride across the way. So if you feeling a little freaky, you can be like, oh, let them come over. But you just ruined this whole little situation when it could have been a whole beautiful thing. Facts. Like you just didn't understand. And I don't think he's young like that. I think he's in his like early 30s. He looks like he's in his early 30s, no less than like late 20s. I don't think he's young. Like if this is like a 22, 21-year-old, I would, yeah. But I think this is like an early 30s, late 20s motherfucker. Where he should know better. I'm sorry. This is why I'm happy I live on an isolated part of town. Men never grow up. I just assume he was of age. Yeah, I think he's like I would, if I was to guess, I would say early 30s, like 32, 33. But it's just the idea that we could have had this whole situation. Forget his age. There's some 21-year-olds that approach me better than that. I've had not a lot of those experiences, but I've had those experiences. But I've had, I don't know if I talked to y'all about this. Remember Vanessa when we would, when that African dude lived across the street from me? This one lives on the second floor. When there was an African dude that lived on the bottom floor. And when I would go out to take the trash, maybe like 6 months into him living there, I got all the trans girls coming over my house a lot of times. And we would, you know what I'm saying? We'd be cutting up sometimes. So like 6 months in, he would come. Yes, the naked one. Yes. He would come to the door and be naked. Like he will open up the door of his apartment and he wouldn't be coming outside, but he would be in the door butt naked while I'm taking the trash out. And I'm like, does this work? Now I'm a nasty bitch. There's incidents where I'm nasty, but I'm not this kind of nasty. Like I'm not the this wasn't I it when you're this kind of nasty, it's creepy for me. I don't know. It's just not. I don't like this type of approach. I like you to be thirsty, but thirsty enough to try to holler, like come and be like, "Damn, you so fine." Blah 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 blah. But not. Oh, I'ma have my dick out. I'm a. That gives me. I don't know. That gives me rapey creeper. It gives. I don't like that. That don't turn me on. I don't like that. Even if they're fine, I don't like it. When you're nasty like that, it means you will literally have anyone. No shade. That too. That it just doesn't turn me on. It doesn't make me feel like I'm that girl. It makes me feel like anybody could be that girl. Yeah, anybody. And so I like you to be so thirsty that you come and holler at me. You come every time you see me, damn, what's up? So you ain't gonna give me a chance. I want you to give me I want you to be in that way. Thirsty in that way. Not thirsty in you pulling out your dick, thirsty in you being naked in front of your door, you flashing money. Anything like that is gonna turn me off. The note on the door that didn't turn me off. That wasn't a turn off. It was I'm not turned off by this, but this ain't the way you come holler at me. Like come to me and talk to me. Don't this note shit. I'm not offended by the note shit. This was your way to start the communication. Cool. I'm just gonna be like, not respond. Hit me up when you see me in person. But the money thing in the window, that's first of all, that's disrespectful because you don't know if I'm an escort. You don't know how I get down when it comes to the money situation. You don't know if I'm a good girl. You get what I'm saying, quote unquote good girl. You don't know how I feel about the prostitution thing. You don't know. And so the fact that you are even bringing that, same thing with this nigga on. And this is just not this situation. I had something this morning. Let me see if I blocked them, so they probably done deleted it out my messages. Oh no, it's not. He's blocked, but it's still in there. Hold on, let me read it. So this is him. It's just the approach. It's the approach that, and I'm sharing this. Trans women gonna know, but anybody who's not trans, they this is a glimpse into the shit that we have to deal with. So he says, "What's up, Diamond?" I say hi. Now I don't know this person, and they have a private page. So y'all know if y'all on Instagram, if you got a private page, it's almost like because that little picture on your profile, it's little, so I can't really see what you look like. Mm-hmm. And so if you have a private page, I can't see who you are. So it's almost like you're just talking to me and I don't know who you are. And so he says, "What's up, Diamond?" I say hi. He says, "I like what I see." I say, okay. And he says, "You single?" I said, "Yes, happily." He says, "You good at keeping secrets?" I say, "No." He said, "What I gotta do to have you?" I said, I'm okay being single. I'm not looking to be had. And he says, "Well, what about if I pay you for what I want then?" I say, "I'm not a prostitute." He says, "I never said you were. Where you from?" You fine as hell. Now, while this going on, somebody distracted me into another conversation. And so he says, you're not interested in friends or nothing? You gonna miss out on your blessings acting like that. So all of these 4 messages came while I was distracted doing something else. And I say, if you're offering me money to have me, and I take the money for you to have me, that's prostitution, baby. And I'm already blessed. So you implying that you're the blessing that I'm going to miss out on? I'm already blessed. And if you believe in blessings, then you know any blessing that's for me will come to me because it's for me. Anyone that I missed wasn't for me. And so if I'm choosing to miss out on you because you think you're the blessing, it's not for me. Well, let me treat you out to lunch. I'm from Atlanta. I stay in Houston and I got a spot in Miami. My name is Trail. Did you have the surgery? This is all he bombarded me with. Did you have the surgery? I say, that's nice. I'm not into I'm not interested in meeting strangers, men, internet people I don't know, men who think they are a blessing to me. I'm not interested in meeting any of that. He says, I'm a very cool dude. Just try me out. I say, you clearly are not a cool dude. You clearly have no tact or any concept of who I am. And not on no arrogant shit, but I'm a very open trans woman. So you already done came to me on some, can you keep secret shit? Every question you ask keeps getting worse and worse. So you think you're a good guy, but you're not. He says, tell me who you are then. Can I get to know you? I said, you're not cool. You think you are. He says in a way like, so you think you know me? And I was like, you're unintentionally ignorant and tacky. I said, by what you're asking me, I don't need to know you personally. I don't need to, all I need to know is our engagement. And based on our engagement, you're disrespectful. You're offering me money is disrespectful because you don't know what I think about prostitution. I didn't say, oh, I don't have on my page that I'm an escort. I don't have anything on my page that will indicate that I'm an escort, that I'm in the business. Another thing is that you think that you're a blessing to me, that there's some arrogance that come within that conversation. You telling me that I'm going to miss out on a blessing that positions yourself as the blessing. And so therefore you think that you're a blessing to me, like you're a gift to me. Like I should be thanking God. This is how I'm taking it. Like I should be thanking God that you're hollering at me and I'm going to miss out if I say no. There's some arrogance that comes to that. And he says, I'm sorry you misjudged me. I said, I didn't misjudge you. I'm clearly judging the honesty of our conversation. And I'm explaining to you why I'm taking it like I'm taking it. And he says, well, I apologize. And then you continue while I'm explaining this, you continue. You are asking me about surgeries. That's invasive. All of this is really ignorant, rude, inappropriate, and tacky. But you want me to like you. And then he says, but wait, are you a male or a female? And I say, so the conversation keeps getting worse. I'm explaining all this to you, and it keeps getting worse. Keeps going further and further down the tacky, ignorant road. And he says, I just want to know. I said, I don't owe you shit. He says, my bad. So you don't want to get to know me? I said, so just wanting to know is not enough. You just wanting to know is not enough. I don't fucking know you. For you to be asking me any motherfucking thing. Now I'm cussing, so you know I'm pissed off. Any motherfucking thing. You are a stranger with a private ass motherfucking page sending me messages. And the arrogance of you thinking that just because you want to know, you can ask me any motherfucking thing is pissing me off. No matter how rude or disrespectful your questions are, You don't seem to get it, that you don't fucking know me. And he was like, well, do you want to see me? I can send you a picture. I said, I don't want to do anything at all with you. You are an asshole. And he put the little signs like, all right, okay, fuck it. I said, I'm telling you that everything that you have said to me thus far is rude, disrespectful, and ignorant, tacky, inappropriate, and invasive. Period. Like everything, every single thing. There has not been anything in this conversation that would say, oh my God, he is such a good guy. Oh my God, let me give him a chance. Like, this is the one. Nothing in this conversation. And so I say, you are still here and you're asking me silly ass questions. You're not reading the room, sir. Like, I'm telling you that this is not cute. And he was like, okay, bye then. So I put my wave hand, like, bye, and ended the conversation. 5 minutes later, he sends, see, I had $1,000 for your ass and you done missed out. I say, baby, I have $1,000 for my own ass. I have multiples of them. He says, me too. But I still can't know if you a man or a woman. Now, at this point, it's funny. I say, you might have some money or whatever, but the difference is I don't want anything from you. You want something from me. And at this point, it doesn't matter. It's just not, it's not going anywhere. And this conversation is now getting redundant and weird. So I'm going to just block you. And I block him. And then 10 minutes later, he goes to my Instagram. Not my Instagram. That was on Instagram. He goes to my actual email, my direct email that's on my page, and emails me. Hey, Diamond, what's up? I just want to say sorry. Give me another chance. Why you blocked me? I didn't even respond. I just deleted. So they will fuck up. And even it, and this is the thing about that situation. Say that none of the ignorant questions happen. Say just a normal, regular conversation happened that was cute. That was just a normal, regular conversation. Now, this can't happen with everybody, but this has happened to me where I have had a normal conversation with a guy and the conversation went to sexuality. And we start talking and I see that we're not really into the same things. And, I ain't really interested in what you're trying to do. It's not interesting. Hey, Musa. And so, and we had the conversation, and because of the conversation went good, and however the conversation went, it led to talking about money. And we went on to, I was like, well, if you got some money for me, then da 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 da. And you brought the conversation up like that. I've had a situation where I had a conversation with a normal, regular ass nigga, and he got some coins, but the conversation is not disrespectful or rude, and it leads to us hooking up because he got some coins. I've had that happen to me. And it can still happen to me. It just, you can't come to me on some, oh, here's some money. It still has to be, I have to be interested in you. I have to be into what you're into. It can't be, it can't be what the fuck you doing, because I'm not gonna like that. Not me. I've had a situation turn into a coin situation. Cause I'm one of the people that once you escort, you always escort. Honey, I don't believe in turning out no coins. But it still has to be presented in a way that is respectful. And still took the money. Right. Yeah, it's there's situations. I have clients that I don't post ads. I don't post ads. I don't go looking for clients. But some clients that are from my back in the escort days, I still have them. If they hit me up, I got a client, an older client that's like 51, fine as hell, tall, salt and pepper hair, silver sexy daddy. Baby, when Ken hit me up and be like, baby girl, I'm trying to come holler at you. Ken comes hollers at me and he has my coins. I got a dude that's like 2 years younger than me. He like 38. And I've been seeing him since 2010. When he hits me up, damn, I mean, come through. And he got coins and I live for him. Big old dick and fine. If you my type and we had nothing but good experiences in our past, I'll have you for a coin. But I don't post ads. I'm not posting no ads. I'm not taking no new clients that's fucking disrespectful. If it's some sickening ass dude that got some coins and he on some respectful ass shit and we talking and it leads to that, yes. Come through. Let's I, you have $1,000 for me. You think I'm not gonna take it? And I would have you for free? No. Yeah, it was wild. They ruin. They will talk themselves out of a hookup. Will talk themselves. I've had situations where I wanted to hook up with a dude, and his arrogance just led to, no, I don't even want to have you now. They just will talk themselves out of a session. It's wild and crazy. Have y'all had those experiences? I had a piece straight up pull out Cash App to pay me before he left. Work. My fave. See, you raised me wrong. I missed out on coins one time, and now if you don't come to the table with the coins, I definitely coming with it. I need something, child. I'll have you for free, but it's you got it. What we listening to Friday night? If you play your cards right, everything's gonna be all right. If you play your cards right with me. That's a Lena Johnson song. Yes. The shade is these men don't even be good clients. Right. They be, I got $60. No. No, but yeah. Let me read another one. And this happens to me quite often because this is not just me. This happens to trans women. This I don't want y'all to think that this is exclusive to me because it is not. This is trans women. Period. Let me look at Okay, this is perfect. Okay, I'm about to. This dude is a church dude. Let me see if I can. We talk a lot now, so we gotta see if I can go back. This conversation went quite well. But I thought it was going to go in a bad direction, but it didn't go in a bad direction. Let me see if I can fit. Okay, here we go. Boom. So his first message to me So I don't know if y'all in my Instagram when and that's another thing. Sometimes I'll post something, particularly on Instagram or on Twitter, that is a particularly salacious post. It'll be sexy. I'll have on a bathing suit. I'll have, I'm bouncing my titties or something. And a lot of times when you do something like that, the niggas is gonna come in your inbox. And it's to be expected. Like, yes, that don't mean you come in my inbox disrespectful, but I'm going to expect when I post something salacious and sexy that dudes is gonna hit you up and be like, damn, you looking good, Diamond. They're gonna, they gonna say something that you might, it might be something sexy that they say to you. Usually, if they not blocked by now, it's somebody that I know, it's somebody that I done dealt with, or somebody that, I have a history with, and they don't come, in this weird chaser way. They come just to say something nice. That's cute. So when Lil Nas X put out Call Me Montero, I love Lil Nas X. That is like my little nephew, my little gay son in my brain. I love how he do. He is my nigga. That's my little boo thing, my little baby. So I love him. So I always support anything that he does. And so I did this little video with the song playing in the background, and my titties was bouncing on my Instagram. So call me when you want, call me when you need. Yeah. So I did a little, I said, this song is lit. So, the girls was shaking, the girls was out looking luscious and everything. And so he responds to that. And he started laughing and he says, bring them out. And he says, I don't know what it is about you. You just do something to me. And so I put this I don't know if y'all remember on Striking Vipers, that Black Mirror episode where she was cheating on she thought her husband was cheating on her. Y'all remember the pretty brown skinned girl that plays Theo? And she asked him, she looked at him when he says it's not, I'm not cheating on you, da 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 da. She was like, then what is it? I made that little part of her saying, what is it? into a little gif, a little meme. And so I sent him that saying, what is it? Because now, girl, get out of here. Nicole, I don't know how to say that. Is it Bahari? Her, whoever she is, beautiful girl. That plays Theo, his wife. So I put, what is it? Like it a little smart little meme. And he says, hey, I came across your YouTube videos a while back. You were telling a story about a wild night you and a friend had. I just remember thinking, I bet she is taking them young niggas' souls. So you listen to my YouTube. I'm telling you, you telling me about a story that I told about me and a guy friend, blah, 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 blah. Great. You're stroking my ego. It's not too disrespectful. I know I just posted a sexy thing. So I don't deem this to be disrespectful at all. You're telling me how you came across me. Cool. And I say, he says, I know you taking young niggas' souls. I say, every now and then. I said, but I really rarely mess with young niggas. They're usually broke. And they, you know, they don't really, I like men. I don't like young boys. I like men. I like men fully bearded, balls fully developed. Men. I like men. And he says, I like taking men. I say, I like taking men's souls. And he says, well, I'm 27. I'm not rich, but I'm not broke either. I'm definitely not broke. And I pay my own bills and my own rent and my own car note. I said, yeah, it's good for you, baby. I'm so glad. So cool. He says, well, I say, well, if I'm gonna, this is when I say, well, if I take souls, I'm gonna take, I want to take grown men souls. He was like, well, he was like, I want to get my soul taken. I say, well, cute. I said, well, my statement was about not centering. When I say when I'm not in a situation, I'm not centering niggas. I'm centering me. I said, I don't entertain niggas to take their souls. I entertain niggas who take my soul. Meaning that I ain't trying to get your nut and wear you out and send you into the astral plane. I'm trying to get my nut and you wear me out and send me into the astral plane. So you take my soul. And he says, I can dig that. And I say, great, and thumbs up. And he was like, so how you like to get your soul taken? I said, oh, now you're talking. And he says, do you make videos that I can buy? I say, no, I'm not a sexual content creator. If I was, I would be on OnlyFans. And he says, oh, okay, that's what's up. I say my bedroom is solely for me and private with people that I like to deal with. And he was like, how can I become one of those people? And he says, I would love to center you. I was like, it sounds like you are looking for a sex worker. And I says, I'm not really a sex worker. I like to deal with people I like to deal with on my own time and on my own terms. He was like, no, I'm not really looking for a sex worker. I want you. I'm attracted to you, but you brought up that they broke. So because you brought up that young niggas be broke, I'm assuming that you care about money. That's a fair statement. That's a fair assumption because I did say young niggas be broke, right? That's a fair assumption. And so he says, so I don't know how to approach you. Are you looking to get paid? Are you do like what? I don't know how to approach you. Cool. All of this is a fair assumption because I did say earlier, young niggas be broke. Cool. I said, but you see how different the conversation is going. He's adjusting. He's keeping it cute. All of this kind of stuff. You see, it's keeping real cute. It ain't no kind of I don't feel nothing in this conversation has been disrespectful to me. Nothing would make me stop the conversation. It's just going with the flow. He's paying attention. I say yes. I say yes. I said, he says, are you looking for a relationship? I say, if you, by your definition of a relationship, if you're talking about, hold on, this lash is in my eye. Okay. I said, if you're talking about a relationship, like, am I looking for you to we date and be in this serious relationship? No, I'm not looking for that. But when I have relationships sexually or committed, it's centered around my care. Period. So if you're trying to be in my circle of people that I choose, there has to be something that you bring to the table about my care. I can't say that that's necessarily money, but I can't say that it's not. It is niggas that I fuck with in my life. They contribute to my care, whether it be, I just told y'all about Denethan. I just told y'all about him. I did a whole fucking 5-hour episode. It's in the member only section. Telling y'all the story about him. It's about my care. What do I get out of this that makes my care? That makes something happen, whether it be paying a bill, whether it be you do something for me, whether there's some type of utility other than penis that you bring to my life. There's some type of utility. I don't know what it is. Even on a small level, if a nigga come over here and we're doing a hookup, like just say a wham bam thank you ma'am hookup, you taking my trash out. You're doing so. You're putting this picture up that I haven't felt like being myself put up. Here, put this picture up. You gonna be my handyman for the first hour or 30 minutes that you come to my house before you sit down and take your clothes off. Before you sit down and get comfortable, I'm gonna tell you to do something. Take my trash. Usually it's take my trash out. Usually it's something simple, but it's something that I want you to do. Oh, come on, baby. Let's go to the laundromat. You're gonna help me bring this laundry over from the because I don't have a washer and dryer in my apartment. I have a laundry in my apartment complex. And so you're gonna have to take me to come get these clothes. So come on. And we'll bring the clothes on back. It makes me feel like an auntie, but you doing something. You are doing something, but it's usually taking my trash out. So, and that's what I explained to him. I said, it's something about my care that they're doing, whether it be bills, sexual pleasure, or overall joy. And he says, I can respect that. So basically, there has to be an exchange. So if I want to gain access to you, it has to be through doing something for you. I said, yes, it's not necessarily money, but that could be. And what I'm trying to explain to you is that it's actually deeper than a simple exchange than a simple exchange like, oh, I pay you this amount of money and I can come. That's not that's not gonna turn me on. If you're trying to get me to be turned on and excited about fucking with you, that's not gonna turn me on. My love language is acts of service. Acts of service is gonna take me. You telling me, oh, damn, baby girl, let me what you eat today? Oh, I ain't ate shit. I'm about to send you a DoorDash gift certificate, gift card that you can buy you whatever you want to eat. So you ain't got to go nowhere. Get them to deliver for you. I'm gonna be like, oh, that's so cute. Thank you. He do nice stuff. You get these things. I don't know, something that you do that make me feel like you're doing something. Like you're doing something nice for me that I don't have to do for myself now. And so we go on with the conversation. He was like, I'm kind of understanding what you're saying. And then he says, hey, did somebody he was like, well, what about today? He was like, so what are your needs today? And I was like, well, right now I don't have any needs. I just ate. I'm not really horny. So I don't really have any needs, but that don't mean I want you to keep hitting me up asking me what my needs for. Talk to me. Talk through normal conversation. You're going to find out my needs. If you ask me what's going on with me today, I'm going to tell you what's going on. I'm going to tell you what happened. Like, treat me like you would do a friend. Just talk. And through our conversation, you will find out what's going on in my life. And then you fix it. Or you contribute to it or something. That's what I mean. It needs to be more than just, I want to give you money to have sex with you, because that's not going to turn me on if you're trying to turn me on. Because if I was younger with less stability, it would be cute because I would just need the money. I'm very stable. So I don't just need the money. So it has to be more than the money. And so that's why I be trying to explain to people. It's not that I'm too good or I'm trying to be this prude. How dare you offer me money? It's not that. It just has to be more. Once you have all your needs taken care of by yourself, a nigga has to come with more. He has to come with more than just money, because that doesn't turn me on. Like, you might as well be a client. And if that's all you are, I don't want to be I don't want to just be another sex worker. It's just something that I don't want to be. And so, no, it has to be more than that. So anybody that I deal with now, they do more than just dick. It's just more than just dick. It's definitely more than just dick. And it's more than just money. It's a combination. I am friends like Ken. I just told you about Ken. Ken is like 51, tall, salt and pepper hair. Fine, just a sexy ass older man. Fine. Fine as hell. Um when I was going on my cruise in 2020 in February, Ken came over to my house and gave me $800 to jack off on my cruise for my birthday. Just because he knew through our conversation that I was going on a cruise. So like the day before, he came, text me and say he want to come over and holler. Came, did not even for no sex shit. We didn't even hook up. He just came in, chilled, we talked, and da-da-da. It was a daytime. Talked, chilled, da-da. He gave me $800. We talked a little bit more. He was like, all right, have fun on your trip. Mwah. And he hits it out the door. But we've been dealing with each other since 2007. Like before I moved to Houston. So we are more than just there's money involved, but it's more than just when I needed I sold I had moved into my apartment in 2010. No. In this apartment, 2011, maybe like 3 or 4 years in, we used to have a Macy's downtown, and Macy's was going out of business, selling some of their props, like the props that they not the like Macy's is a clothing store and shit, but they had like props, like these big ass humongous tables, like really sickening tables that they had. And so I wanted some of them. So it was 2 tables that they had that was fire, and some chairs. It just was some furniture that was I wanted, and it was super super cheap. And so I bought a lot because it just was beautiful pieces. And so I was like, hey, it was this fucking thing that I use now. It's my altar. I wanted it for my altar, but it was like for my altar, and it just was a beautiful ass thing. And so, but I didn't have a truck to pick up the thing. I told Ken got his nephews, and he got in his truck and came and picked me up with his nephews in the car, came and picked me up, took me to Macy's. We picked up that shit and put that shit in his truck, and they brought it to my house and brought it in my house. This is the type of shit I'm talking about. Like he does things. And most of the people in my life that I enjoy, that I like fucking with, that I hook up with on the regular basis, they do stuff like this. They do more than just, they do acts of service. Like they do things that make my life better. Denethan, of all his bullshit, the good part about him is I can go anywhere with Denethan, and he's gonna make me feel like a queen, as I told y'all last night, Friday night. He's gonna make you feel like if I want to go to a straight club, if I want to go to any kind of event where it's gonna be a lot of motherfucking cishet people that normally I would be uncomfortable either going by myself or even going with other people, other queer people, because then that could be a problem. If I just want to go to a spot by myself or with a guy friend and just enjoy the vibe, a cishet vibe, I'm going with Denethan. He gonna pay for everything. He gonna drive me there. He open up car doors. He gonna open up car doors. Nah, I just got the ones that I like and that like me. As you can see at the beginning of this conversation, there's some trash ones. But he's gonna give you the when you're on a date with not even a date. Think about if you've been dating a dude for a long time, however you want him to treat you when y'all are out, that's how he treats you. That's how Denethan treats you. Denethan is gonna treat you. Imagine like how a dude treats you on a perfect date. He does that. Think about you. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna treat you like like you're on a perfect date. And so that's what I get from him. When we go out to eat, he gonna pull the chair out. he gon' he gonna treat you like a queen. He gonna treat you like, oh my God, like, you ain't gotta worry about him. When you out, he gonna always have his hands on your waist. He gonna tenderly kiss you. Um, he's paying attention to you. He's attentive. It's just right. And so I enjoy that. I enjoy the ambiance of how he makes me feel in a setting. And so what I get out of him is when I'm ready for a date night, you know how you feel like, oh, I wish I could go on a date. I always go on my situations with him because he makes you feel like, oh, this is an amazing date. And we do, if I want to go to the straight club, I'm going with him. If I want to anything like that, that's how it is. So he serves his purpose. I have my homeboy named Jason. What I like about Jason gives me, we are sexually compatible. Not just on a physical level, but on a mental level. So how we talk about sex, you know how when you talk about sex with a dude, sometimes they just don't talk about sex the way you like it. It's kind of like when somebody does, like, if y'all having sex with somebody and they like to be verbal when y'all having sex, everybody don't know how to talk dirty to you in the perfect way. Like some people is, damn, you my little bitch, ain't you? They kind of, it's almost like rooted in dominance and they want to call you bitches and sluts, and that's not my kind of dirty talk. That ain't, everybody dirty talk is different. And some people don't know how to dirty talk you in the right way. And it's kind of awkward and like, just be quiet. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. Everybody don't dirty talk you in the right way. It's like, but there's some people that you meet that their dirty talk is perfect. How they talk to you, how they convey their sexuality, is perfect. And then you got some dudes you fuck with, and the session is love and low, but they quiet as hell. Like they're quiet, and they'll text you after it's done. Damn, that was the best head I ever had. Damn, that ass was feeling so tight when you was squeezing on my dick right there. Oh, damn. They will text you all the stuff that they should have told you while the session was going on. But they didn't do it in the session. They waited till they was going home and to tell you how amazing it was. And damn, I can't wait till we hook up the next time and blah, 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 blah. I don't like that. I like you to tell me what's going on while it's happening. Tell me what's going on in the situation. Tell me what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? While it's happening. If I'm doing something that you really like, let me know. Let me know. So in that situation, because for me, when I hook up with somebody another time, I remember what they liked the last time. That's me. Why? I'm silent and don't talk. Is it moaning enough? If you're not comfortable with doing it, don't do it. But it's not enough for me. And I like people who are yeah, it's weird to you. It's not weird to everybody. And if that's how you like to do it, then you gotta find somebody who likes just that. It's not weird that you just moan. That's not weird. That's just how you like to do. And that's okay for you to do. It wouldn't be good for me. If we were hooking up, it wouldn't be good for me. I've dealt with moaners, but I don't want you to tell me. If you're going to be a moaner, I'd much rather you just be a moaner. Don't wait to talk to me when the session is over. Don't be all talkative when the session is over and you want talkative in. If you're a moaner, be a moaner and then don't talk after. Just say, oh, it was good to see you, da da da. But if you're going to be texting me for the next week talking about how amazing it was, no, You should have told me that while you was in my face. don't be, don't be. You know, I've had some good session with some owners, but it's the I'm silent and then go home and send you a paragraph. Girl, no, thank you. Keep that to yourself. Why you didn't tell me that in person? But I think it's important because if you talk to me, I know sometimes I'm moaning, talking and asking me to respond is a mess because I always end up saying, say what now? Which completely ruins the mood. um it's just out, and like I said, that some things can be awkward, but some people do it perfectly. Some people, how they say it, what they say, what they talk about, it's just perfect. It's just perfect for you. So sometimes moaning, some people feel silly. Some people feel silly when you some people feel silly when it happens. So if you're one of them people that feel silly doing it, if you're one of those people who feel silly talking, then you work better with somebody who don't want people to talk. Do you see what I'm saying? That y'all are compatible. Y'all perfect together because they don't want people to talk and you feel silly talking. So when y'all get together, it's gonna be like clink. That ain't me. I don't do that. I don't if something feels good, I'm not talking about talking like through the whole session. Yeah, do this, do that, da, da, da. No, not like that. If something feels good to me, I am telling you, do that. That feels good. Ooh, I like that. That feels good. Damn, you sucking the shit out of that. Man, this feels so good. That's what I want you to do right there. I'm gonna tell you what feels good. If you are, I hear this from cisgender women a lot. Um, not bitch, did you just paint me? That don't sound like a good conversation. No. Um no, that doesn't that ain't sexy at all. No, I've heard this from cis women where the dude is fucking her down. Like the dick is hitting the spot. Whatever the stroke that you're doing right now, keep doing that. And she wants to convey to him that this, whatever you're doing right now, is the right way to stroke this pussy. Whatever you're doing right now is the right way. But if she doesn't say it, he will get to switching his stroke up, trying to flip her in a different position and trying to do something else, going at a different speed and just changing it up where, no, right here, what you're doing right here is perfect. Stay right there. Keep going right there. Don't switch the stroke up. Just go. And I've been in that situation. I've been in that situation with oral sex, and I've been in that situation with being penetrated. What you're doing right now is great. And I need to tell you that that is great. Because if I don't tell you, then you don't know. You're going to go do something else. If I say how you're sucking it right now is perfect, and then you get to doing something else that don't feel good. You know how like a nigga sucking your dick and he's sucking it the right way, whatever the right way is to you. And then he switch and start doing something stupid. For me, it's when they take their tongue and do like this. That shit is stupid and don't feel good to me. That is stupid. I want you to gobble. I want pressure. I want you to suck I want it to be wet, tight, and I want you to suck. Suck. Pull, suck. I don't want it to be That's whack to me. I don't feel that. That's or they doing some or they sucking it real good and they getting tired or something and then they get to stroking with their hand. And I don't know what it is, but niggas never know how to stroke well. When they know how to do theirs well, but they don't know how to do yours well. Or they doing it too fast, doing it too hard, squeezing it too tight, all that shit. No, I don't like that. I need to tell you what I like. In my experience, and in my experience, the ones who learn really, really quickly and learn really, really well, I can every time I hook up with them, it gets better and better because you know, it'll be like, oh, I'm ready to nut now. I'm ready to nut. And when I say I'm ready to nut, they can do what I like and get me off. Or if we know, like my homeboy Pat, he would come to my job. We would hook up at my job, like early in the morning when ain't no customers in there and it's not open yet. I'll let him come on in and we will hook up at my job. But we didn't have a lot of time. So you need to know how to make me get off because I'm not a person who get off easily unless you know exactly how to do what I'm doing. Octavia, not Olivia, Octavia Butler. Yes. And the book was called Wild Seed. Another one that I suggest is The Parable of the Sower. I love those two. Those are my two favorite by her. But she's a great author, so she got tons of great other things that are great too. Um, but yes, but he would come and he would have to, so we can, in the time that we're allotted, that we have, he would have to do what I like him to do in the perfect way. It can't be no buildup. It got to be, I'm doing it right or he won't get me off and he knows how to do me right. And so in that situation, he knows exactly how I like to get head. He knows exactly how I like to do it. And so he gets right to it. It's not any kind of figuring it out or building up the ejaculation. It's boom. It's I know how to get, I've been dealing with baby girl for a long time and I know how to get her off. And so, yeah, anyway, so I say that. I say Jason has the dirty talk that I like. We are sexually compatible on that level in a way that he's one of the few dudes who can hit me up and we be on some talk nasty stuff for hours. Whereas somebody else could do it and I'd be like, why are you talking about this? But because of how he talks about it and how he goes about our sexuality. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He just does it really, really well. And Jason's the type that he ain't gonna waste your time. If he know, I met Jason when I was escorting, right? And so he knows that I'm not in the business no more, but he also not gonna waste your time. Like if he wants to he wants you to help him get off through like some sex talk, but he can't come over, he's still gonna send you some money. You ain't even gotta ask him. I'll just get a notification on my Cash App saying Jason sent me some money. I don't have to worry about him. Like I ain't gotta convince him. I ain't gotta be like, man, you ain't sent me no money in a minute. Why you keep talking to you? It's just it's hard to explain. It should come with it's a natural way that we engage that feels comfortable. But he serves a purpose. I want to start a queer black book club. She was the first person to come to mind to begin. If you scroll up, I don't know how long you've been listening. But if you scroll up, box number 512 podcast, On their Patreon, you can be a patron, I think, of any. I'm not 100% for sure, so don't quote me, but I think you can be a patron of any tier. They actually do a book club and they do really good. I don't know if they just do queer books, but I know they're a black trans podcast, so they do a lot of stuff that's relevant to us. I don't know if Brianna's still here, but can you explain y'all big book club? They do a book club on their Patreon. So try it out if you want to you want to experience one before you start. Julesy, cisgender black feminist woman who does she's a YouTuber here. Julesy does a great book club, stuff like that. So there's people that are doing it. Not saying that you can't do your own, but if you want to test out some people who are already doing it, those are two great ones that I think. That's what I like about trans women, straight to the point. We both know what each other likes, and it cuts down on the nonsense, a concept that Trey can't grasp. Yeah. Some of them can. Some of them can. But some of them just ruin moments. They ruin shit. Um And I'm the type of girl that I don't want to hear about other trans women, but I'm also not going to ask you about other trans women. I remember when I was younger, I would want to know who you dealt with and who you messed around with. But now that I'm older, I don't even ask. I don't ask because it's going to ruin my thoughts of you. It's going to ruin my fantasy. It's going to ruin whatever story I have made up in my mind about you. You're going to ruin it if you tell me all this shit, and I don't want to hear it. So I don't ask. I want the truth if I ask, but only time I'm going to ask if I feel a vibe that this could go further. Um, if I feel a vibe that it's just going to be sexual, I'm never going to ask. But if I feel a vibe that it can go further than just sexual, like, oh, we vibing on a different kind of level, we vibing on this could go somewhere. If it go, I want to know if you mess with my friends because I don't want to boo up somebody that has messed with my friends. I don't care if you mess with a trans woman that I'm not friends with, but I don't want you to have messed with somebody that I am friends with. I don't like that. and I'm not friends with every trans woman. I'm talking about close friends. Like you can't have hooked up with my friend Ty. You can't hooked up with my friend Vanessa. You can't, like, people that I'm close to that I'm gonna probably have you around when we do our fucking family gatherings. I don't want you to have messed with my friend. That's too much for the doll. Now, some stranger trans woman that I don't know, I don't care if you mess with her. I'll ask you about it, tell me, but I don't want to boo up a nigga that's been with my friends. That's when it gets weird. I don't like that. Mm-mm. Oh, does that make sense? Like, I don't care about trans women I don't know, but I care about my friends. I think that's fair. That's not unfair. Is that fair? I think that's fair. Yeah. So if I see now, if it's just hookups, I don't ask because if I'm just trying to hook up, then it's just hook up. But if I feel some vibes deeper than that, then I'll ask questions because, ooh, this is looking like it. You pushing towards a different narrative now. So let's see. Now let's see what's happening. But if it's just hook up, I don't care. You could have had all my friends, but I'm not gonna ask because it's just hook up. I'm gonna wrap it up like I do any motherfucker and enjoy myself. And I don't need to know nothing. Baby, don't show up to the family Christmas dinner with the homies and you a homie loving friend. Yeah, that gets weird. That's when it gets too much. Cause then if you try to keep it secret and I don't know, I'ma feel late like you trying to play with me. Don't play in my face. But yes, they will fuck up a wet motherfucking dream. They will fuck up a wet dream. What other situations have I had? Oh, this is another situation I had that they will fuck up a wet dream. Julesie's is the SB Smart Brown Girl Club. Yes. I don't know if Julesie's is on her Patreon or if it's just open. I don't know. I'm not in hers, but her choices of books I like that she talks about. Um, yes. Oh, this is another situation. So back in, if you listen to my video, I did 2 videos that kind of reference this scenario. There's a funny T-girl moment where I talk about when I had to go get P test at the probation office. And one time, like my skirt had got into my panties and she could see either my dick or my balls or something. She could see something. The P test lady. I don't know, but I had to go, honey. I had to do that. So there is a video. I don't know what's the title of it, but it's one of my funny T girl moment videos. Do y'all remember that? Oh my god, that video made me cry. Yeah, so it's one of my older videos. I don't know what's the name of it, but I remember I have like straight brown hair, and I think I have on a pink spaghetti strap shirt. I think I'm not 100% for sure, but it's an old video. But it's a funny video. But then there's another video reference. It's called in one of my most popular ones, in memory of Eric Nalechi. That story tells you how I got on probation. It was my first criminal charge ever. So those 2 videos are talking about the scenario of how this happened. How I got on probation, how I had to get P tests for a whole fucking year, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to know that, go listen to those videos. Um in that time that I had to go to the how much time do I got? Ooh, I might not have enough time to tell this story because, like I said, I'm gonna be on CNN at 9 o'clock in about 20 minutes. You held it down for the family taking that case. Right. But yeah. I'll tell this story later. I'll tell this. I don't have enough time to tell y'all what happened in this story, but I'll tell this another time. Wasn't his family in your comments trying to read you? There was people that were his family and some people that was that knew him as friends that were trying to say that I was lying, but also in the comments, if you look at the post on the YouTube and on my website, it was cisgender women that he dated that corroborated my story. Like they found my pictures in his phone at one time. She remembered me, and she knows I was telling the truth because she remembered finding my pictures in his phone. And the cisgender women that he was fucking with could attest not only that he was into trans women and me specifically, but also that he was fucking abusive. And so while his family was trying to act like, well, not act like, they probably believed that he was just a straight nigga because he was a DL nigga. They probably believed that. But the girls was saying, nah, she telling the truth. I know, because I was dealing with him too. And I seen her pictures in his phone. Because he had died. And so I had made the video, and the family had found the video. And did I tell y'all that yeah, he drove a Charger. That's the DL ID card, especially around that time. And did I tell y'all that his auntie came into my job, and I thought she was gonna try to turn up on me, but she didn't turn up. She was like, when I told the story, she basically was confirming some things that I didn't know at the time. Like if y'all remember, this is something that we can finish. If y'all remember when I said a part of that story is that hey Angela, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um thank you for becoming a member. Um in the situation, I told y'all that he said he made like 200K a year. Now, this is somebody who is 22. So when he told me that he made 200K a year, I didn't believe him. But the auntie came into my job and said that he actually did. She was like, you didn't know, because I wouldn't have believed his ass either, but he actually did. But it wasn't because he wasn't a normal 22-year-old. He took over his father's was getting sick, and he had two other brothers, and so all three of them took over his father's very lucrative car business, and he was a overseas basketball player. So with his father's income from the job coming in that he had to split three ways with his brother, and his income from playing basketball for a Mexican basketball team, he did make 200K a year. I just didn't believe him. I knew he was going to. Once I found out that he just liked the girls, period. Did she confirm his multiple personalities? Nah, I don't think it was multiple personality. I just think he was a violent man. Because based on, that's another thing. What she told me is that she was his aunt, and she said that he tried to drown her son. Because he was so violent, he tried to drown her son in the pool. That they, so much so that they had to take him to the hospital. He just was a violent dude. He just an arrogant, violent dude. Because everybody that contacted me about that video that knew him personally, everybody had a story about his violence. Do you think he was going to kill you that day? I don't really know. I don't know what I wasn't I didn't think of it that way. I didn't know what danger I was in. I was gagged at I just was gagged at how quickly it elevated. And I think I say this in the video, I think. But I had such bad luck in Houston when it comes to the quality of dick that I was coming across, that at that point in the city, at that point of my time being in the city, because I got here in 2007, and this happened like February of 2008. I was actually more angry at the fact that this was the best dick that I had so far in the city, and now I can't have you again because you're a fucking psychopath. That's what I was pissed off about. I was like, what? You ruined this moment. We had a lovely night and you flipped it to this crazy bullshit. How did we fucking get here? This is ridiculous. We had a lovely night and then you flipped it to this crazy ass shit. But yes, that video is called The Memory, in Memory of Eric Leche. I think the N is silent. Or the L is silent. I don't know. Liche, something. It's an African last name. But he killed in a bike accident. Go ancestors. And your outfit in the video was sitting. Yeah, I was trying to look like I was going to a funeral. Yeah, so that was a quite interesting experience of him fucking up a moment, because even after that situation, he was hitting me up and trying to hook up and shit. It was so horrible. It just ruined the situation. Ruined the situation that could have been so beautiful. So beautiful. But yes, y'all, in about 15 minutes, do you still have the bat? No, I don't think I have. Do you have the bat, Ty? No. I don't know where that bat went. I don't know. I might still have it. Maybe. It might be in the closet. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not for sure. You give me hope for the future. Work hope for the future. I love hope. Hope is the saving grace in a lot of situations. Um, it might be in the closet. I might still have the bat. I think I do. It either is behind my bed. I have weapons at random spots of my house. Um, it could be behind the bed or in the closet, behind the closet door. Um, Negan has that bat. Yeah, I should put some wiring around it like Negan. No, we got rid of it after I busted that other man's head. Did we? Yeah, we had another incident with dude, and he came over wasting time. You know how clients will come over and don't have no money and waste your time. You got ready for them, um, and we had to check them and what you call it, had to bash somebody in the head with it. No, I think I had it. I don't think we got rid of it. I could have swore I had it. It might be even in there. I'm not gonna get up and go look, but it might be back there behind my bed, or it might be behind the closet door. I'll confirm on the next live. I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. I don't remember. Didn't y'all? Yeah, I can't remember. Mm, Yeah, I really think it's. I think it's behind my. I think it's behind my bed. I really do think it's behind my bed. I don't think I got rid of it. I think it's back there, behind my bed. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yes, it was a chunk missing. How do you know? Who is he? Is he's so free? How do you know too much? Who are you? It was a chunk missing. Right. Who is he so free? You know too much. Oh, okay. I'm like, hold on. Is that Jonathan? Because that's the only motherfucker that would know that much tea outside of we just talking about it. Oh, I miss my gay son. He just got so crazy. I had to ignore him. I had to silence him. He was getting on my nerve. It's Eric. Who is Eric? No, Eric is dead. He is dead. He's typing from the grave. I end up having Eric's brother. I end up having Eric's brother like in 2014. That was like 2008. I ended up having his brother in 2014. That bat got a demon spirit in it. Clearly, I'm a mass butch queen. Word. Eric and brother. Yes, it was boring. It was nowhere near like the other one. He's short and more buff, but I met him randomly on POF. He didn't even know who I was. I don't think. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't care. But yeah, we didn't talk about it at all. We just hooked up. Mm. All right, my alarm went off. So all right, y'all. So yes, it is time for me to watch the CNN special on United Shades of America on CNN. Like I said, it comes on in 10 minutes. Um, I don't know if it's going to be online. It's on the regular channel. So if you have TN, I don't know if there's a live version. Um, I don't know if they have a streaming on the website or whatever. I don't know how that works, but I have regular TV. But it is time for it. So I will be getting off here and I'll come back on when it's done and we'll talk. CNN Live is on CNN. Okay, great. Yeah. So you can go on CNN Live and watch it. And yes, go watch it and tell me what y'all think. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on it, y'all. So don't be expecting me to be on it for a long period of time. Uh, it's a bunch of us on there. So um yeah, so it's on in about 9 minutes now. And I will come back on here and tell y'all, and we can review that and talk about that. And then I'll tell y'all the story about that I was gonna tell y'all about the probation stuff. All right. Well, I will see y'all. CNN Live is on YouTube. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So check it out. I will see y'all when I come back. Be good, y'all. I'll come back after it's done. Maybe like either right after or like a half an hour after once I eat or something. All right. Bye.